Hello friends, myself Dr. Rupesh K. Gautam, Associate Professor at Department of Pharmacology, Edina Institute of Pharmaceutical Sciences, Sagar. Today we are going to learn an interesting chapter of B.Pharm 8th semester on new technologies in development of nutraceuticals and functional foods, chemoprevention and nutraceuticals and the future of medical science, and consumers' view on nutraceuticals. The chapters are divided into following modules. Module 1st, History and General Aspects of Nutraceuticals. Module 2nd, New Technologies in Development of Nutraceuticals and Functional Foods. Module 3rd, Chemoprevention and Nutraceuticals. Module 4, Nutraceuticals and the Future of Medical Science. Module 5, Consumers' Views on Nutraceuticals. Let's start with General Aspects of Nutraceuticals. Module 1st, History and General Aspects of Nutraceuticals. Throughout history, educated societies have dedicated a deep interest in and concern about the integrity of food supply. Long before the development of the distinct scientific discipline of nutrition, philosophers and later physicians paid close attention to the role of the daily diet in individual and public health. Interestingly, during the last 2000 years, from the time of Hippocrates to the dawn of modern medicine, there was little difference made between food and drugs. The practice of medicine itself consisted largely of the wise choice of natural food products. Hippocrates clearly recognized the vital relationship between food and health and emphasized that differences of disease depend on nutriment. Pliny the Elder found widespread adulteration throughout food and drug supply, outlined in his natural history. So many poisons are employed to force wine to shoot or taste, and we are surprised that it is not wholesome. Pliny also reflected the layperson's distrust of medical practice that has existed throughout the ages. Physicians acquired their knowledge from our danger by considering poisons as food constituents in our daily nutrition. Through the greatest aid to health is moderation in food. Only a physician can commit homicide with complete impunity. In contrast, Galen, a physician, reflected confidence in the knowledge and ability of physicians to establish sound diets that would advance public health. The term nutraceuticals was coined in 1989 by the Foundation for Innovation in Medicine to provide a name for this rapidly rising area of biomedical research. A nutraceutical was defined as any substance that may be considered a food or part of a food and provides medical or health benefits, including the prevention and treatment of disease. Nutraceuticals may range from isolated nutrients, dietary supplements, and diets to genetically engineered designer foods, herbal products, and processed products such as soap, cereals, and beverages. Now we move for Module 2, that is New Technologies in Development of Nutraceuticals and Functional Foods. Nutraceuticals and functional foods are two new terms used to illustrate health promoting foods or their extracted components, although debate continues concerning the exact meaning of these terms. It is convenient to consider nutraceuticals as healthful products that are formulated and taken in dosage form. Functional foods, on the other hand, are products that are consumed as foods and not in dosage form. Nutraceutical can be defined as a food or part of a food that provides medical or health benefits, including the prevention and or treatment of a disease. A functional food for one consumer can act as a nutraceutical for another consumer. Developing a new functional food is a costly process. Product development requires in-depth knowledge of the products and the customers. The food industry takes into consideration many variables to develop or re-engineer functional products such as sensory acceptance, stability, price, functional properties, chemical and convenience. A great variability of technique is required in order to meet requirements and expectancies in the area of functional foods. In this way, the technologies can be classified in three main groups. The first group is formed by the technologies traditionally used in food processing, formulation and blending and cultivation and breeding. The second group is constituted by the technologies and forming a structure attempt to prevent the decline of physiologically active compounds. Microencapsulation, edible films and coatings and vacuum impregnation are part of this group. Finally, the third group is formed by those technologies, recent technologies aimed to design personalized functional foods. Recent technologies that contribute to a custom designed functional foods, nutrigenomics, while a number of formal definitions exist. In a sense, nutrigenomics, sometimes called nutritional genomics, consider the interactions between foods or dietary supplements and an individual's genome and the resulting downstream effects on their phenotype. It recognizes that appropriate dietary advice for one individual may be inappropriate or actually harmful to another. The field has the potential to provide modified nutritional advice or develop specialist food products for population or for individuals and is still considered as an emerging science. Sutton in 2007 established that aqueous extracts of kiwi fruits and avocado had very low cytotoxicity and high anti-inflammatory activity in a Crohn's disease specific assay. Non-aqueous extracts of kiwi fruits, blueberry, avocado and broccoli had similarly high anti-inflammatory activity, albeit with slightly higher cytotoxicity than the aqueous extracts. Also, Sutton in 2007 has used functional snack bar products to deliver targeted glycemic impacts. Fennec et al. In 2005 carried out a study in which demonstrated the strong impact of 9 micronutrients and their interactions on genome damage depending on level of intake. The micronutrients were vitamin E, calcium, folate, retinol, nicotinic acid, carotene, riboflavin, pantothenic acid and biotin. Ferguson et al. In 2010 studies aim to understand how different foods or food components might interact with a particular genotype to cause the chronic intestinal inflammation, which is a hallmark of Crohn's disease. The model interleukin 10 gene deficient mouse has been used to test the efficacy of potential food components including polyunsaturated fatty acids, flaxseed oil, and some probiotics. The multi-drug resistant gene deficient mouse model is another tool used to understand the development of intestinal inflammation and to test the efficacy of food components such as curcumin and rutin and green tea on the prevention of this phenotype. While nutrigenomics can suppose a wide window of opportunities in the area of functional foods, the field itself is still in its infancy and there are some aspects not well clarified yet. Ferguson et al. In 2010 confirmed that nutrigenomics New Zealand model provides an approach towards personalized genotype-based nutrition that has the potential to provide food products and personalized advice to benefit health at the individual or population level. Many of the challenges are in bioinformatics, especially in relation to reducing the complexity of multidimensional data sets. To date, there are only sporadic examples of clinical trials utilizing these technologies, and we have not investigated potential adverse effects of a genotype derived dietary intervention. There are a considerable number of issues to be addressed before genomic approaches can become an acceptable method to guide food development or nutritional recommendations. The DNA microarray technology offers a new dimension of strength in molecular diagnostics by permitting the simultaneous analysis of large sets of genes in the food constituents. Marine microorganisms have received rising attention in biodiscoveries due to their exclusive physicochemical characteristics which have been acquired as an adaptation to prevailing excessive conditions in the marine environment. It has been noticed that those unique marine microbes and their biologically active metabolites are potential sources to be used as sustainable food and pharmaceutical ingredients. Even though dozens of research exhibit the immense potentials of marine microbial metabolites as lead compounds in drugs and pharmaceutical development, their role as food ingredients is poorly addressed. However, recent advances in food technology have opened up a number of novel avenues to develop natural substances as food or food ingredients. Certainly, marine environments offer unique and diverse bioactive compounds with a range of health promoting abilities. Even today, several marine-derived biologically active compounds are used as food and food supplements. In addition, it is clear that marine environment is an ideal source for exploring novel functional materials. In the search of novel biologically active metabolites, marine microorganisms derived functional ingredients has exhibited that they are unlike those found in global counterparts. In order to develop advanced nutraceuticals with pinpointed health claims, these microbial metabolites are good candidates. Application of active metabolites of marine microorganisms for food and pharmaceutical products have thus started the journey. Nanoscience and nanotechnology have the potential to provide new solutions in the development of functional foods. Scientifically, nanoscience is defined as the study of phenomena and the manipulations of materials at the atomic, molecular, and macromolecular scales where the properties differ from those at a larger scale. Nanotechnology is concerned with the manipulation of materials at the atomic and molecular scales to create structures that are less than 100 nanometer in size in one dimension. By carefully choosing the molecule components, it seems possible to design particles with different surface properties. Several food-based nanodelivery vehicles such as protein polysaccharide, conservatives, liposomes, multiple emulsions and cochleates have been developed on a laboratory scale, but there have been very limited applications in real food systems. There are also public concern about potential negative effects of nanotechnology based delivery systems on human health. Recently, there has been significant interest in developing high performance delivery vehicles for the encapsulation and protection of biologically active substances of food origin using nanotechnology approaches. Many nutrients, bioactive ingredients, and phytochemicals can be loaded into biocompatible and biodegradable nanoparticles which will improve their aqueous solubility, bioavailability, stability, and circulation time in the body. Module 3, Chemoprevention and Nutraceuticals. Cancer has emerged as a major public health problem in developing countries. According to the World Cancer Report, the cancer rates are increasing and it would be 15 million new cases in the year 2020, that is a rise in 50%. A healthy lifestyle and diet can help in prevention of cancer. The origin of cancer is often a slow process and the risk of developing cancer increases with age. Altering a diet that includes consumption of beneficial phytochemicals can influence the balance and availability of dietary chemopreventive agents. Chemopreventive agents are much required after as an early interventional approach to prevent tumor development or to lower the incidence risk of cancers. Carotenoids have antioxidant activities and effective on cancer prevention. Recent interest in carotenoids has focused on the role of lycopene in human health, especially in cancer disease. Plants rich in diazine, isoflavones, biotenine, and genistein also inhibit prostate cancer cell growth. Because of the unsaturated nature of lycopene, it is considered to be a potent antioxidant and a single oxygen quencher. Lycopene concentrates in the prostate, skin, testes, and adrenal, where it protects against cancer. The linkage between carotenoids and prevention of cancer and CAD highlighted the importance of vegetables and fruits in human diet. Lycopene contained vegetables and fruits exert cancer protective effect via a decrease in oxidative stress and damage to DNA. Lycopene is one of the major carotenoids and is found exclusively in tomatoes, pink grapefruits, guava, watermelon, and papaya. Beta carotene has antioxidant activity and prevents cancer and other diseases. Among the carotenes, beta carotene has the most antioxidant activity. Alpha carotene possesses 50 to 54% of the antioxidant activity of beta carotene, whereas epsilon carotene has 42 to 50% of the antioxidant activity. Chronic inflammation is associated with a high cancer risk. Chronic inflammation is also associated with immune suppression, which is a risk factor for cancer. Ginseng is an example of an anti-inflammatory molecule that targets many of the key players in the inflammation to cancer sequence. Nowadays, phytochemicals with cancer preventive properties have been on high attention. Chemopreventive compounds in fruits and vegetables, among other beneficial health effects, have potential anti-carcinogenic and anti-mutagenic activities. A broad range of phytopharmaceuticals with a claimed hormonal activity called phytoestrogens is recommended for prevention of prostate and breast cancers. Citrus fruit flavonoids are able to protect against cancer by acting as antioxidants. Soy foods are a unique dietary source of isoflavones, the polyphenolic phytochemicals exemplified by epigallocatechin, gallate from tea, curcumin from curry, and soya isoflavones possess cancer chemopreventive properties. Soybean seems to offer protection against breast, uterine, lung, colorectal, and prostate cancers. Beta carotene found in yellow, orange, and green leafy vegetables and fruit such as tomatoes, oranges, lettuce, sweet potatoes, broccoli, contive carrots, spinach, and winter squash has anti-cancer activity. Saponin are reported to possess anti-mutagenic and anti-tumor activities and might lower the risk of human cancers by preventing cancer cells from growing. Saponins are phytochemicals which can be found in peas, soybeans, and some herbs with names indicating forming properties such as soapberry, soapwort, and soap bark. They are also present in tomatoes, potatoes, spinach, alfalfa, and clover. Tannins scavenge harmful free radicals and detoxify carcinogens. Tannins present in grapes, lentils, tea, blueberries, blackberries, and cranberries are an stabilized anticarcinogen is used as a substitute medicine and to prevent cancer. Ellagic acid present in walnuts, strawberries, pecans, cranberries, pomegranate, and red raspberry seeds is an anti-cancer agent. Pectin is a soluble fiber found in apple, has been shown to prevent prostate cancer metastasis by inhibiting the cancer cells from adhering to other cells in the body. Several studies have shown that pectin decreases serum cholesterol levels. Naturally occurring phenolic acid derivatives are reported to possess potential anti-cancer properties. Phenolic compounds such as curcumin, gallic acid, ferulic, and caffeic acid are reported to possess anti-cancer activity. Glucosinolates and their hydrolysis products including indoles and isothiocyanates and high intake of cruciferous vegetables has been associated with lower risk of colorectal and lung cancer. Biotransformation products of glucosinolates include diethiothiones, isothionates, and sulforaphane. They block the enzyme that promote tumor growth, particularly in liver, colon, lung, stomach, breast, and esophagus. The sulfur compounds in garlic have been found to boost the immune system and reduce atherogenesis and platelet thickness. And cancer sulforaphane rich in broccoli is a potent phase 2 enzyme inducer. It produces D-glucarolactone, a significant inhibitor of breast cancer. Sulforaphane is an antioxidant and stimulator of natural detoxifying enzymes. Sulforaphane has been reported to reduce the risk of prostate and breast cancer. Curcumin is a polyphenol derived from the plant Curcuma longa, commonly called turmeric. Curcumin has been reported to possess antioxidative, anticarcinogenic, and anti-inflammatory properties. Consumption of fruits and vegetables having sustained selenium, glutathione, vitamin E, vitamin C, lycopene, and various phytochemicals elevates the levels of antioxidative capacity. However, more investigations are needed to determine their beneficial effects in cancer prevention or treatment. Large-scale clinical trials suggest that some agents such as green tea, vitamins D and E, lycopene, selenium, soy, anti-inflammatory and inhibitors of 5-reductase are effective in preventing prostate cancer. Cancer was not prevented by beta-carotene and acetylcysteine, alpha-tocopherol, retinol, retinyl palmitate or isotretinoin in smokers. Ongoing trials may help define new avenues for chemoprevention. Several studies have shown the values of alternative and complementary medicine as adjuvant to chemotherapy or radiotherapy. Complementary therapy may be reliable and useful supportive measure for prostate cancer patients. Majority of the studies have shown a preventive role for nutraceuticals in cancer. However, more detailed studies are needed. Now we are going on module 4, that is nutraceuticals and the future of medical science. Nutraceuticals found in many fruits and vegetables are responsible for health benefits. Due to these health benefits of nutraceuticals, they might regularly be taken to cure or reduce the risk of factors such as high cholesterol, high blood pressure, and diabetes. Some of the most accepted nutraceutical products marketed today are botanicals such as ginseng, ginkgo biloba, St. John's wort, and echinacea. Nowadays, nutraceuticals have received considerable interest due to potential nutritional safety and therapeutic effects. Recent studies have shown promising results for these compounds in various complications. Response of nutraceuticals varies from person to person. Individual susceptibility to any particular disease depends on the genetic predisposition. environmental factors, and lifestyle. But the role of nutraceuticals in prevention, restriction, and cure of various diseases is beyond doubt. Their success will be governed by purity, safety, and efficacy without compromising innovation in the field. Information available presently poses a challenge for nutritionists, physicians, plant physiologists, food technologists, and public health personnel. The role of nutraceuticals in clinical practice is rising, but important pharmaceutical and clinical issues need to be answered. Long term clinical research is needed to scientifically authenticate their role in different diseases. Herbal medicine shows good results when treated as an adjuvant to allopathic medicine, but not as a substitute. In most of the diseases like diabetes, hypertension, and cancer, etc., with a little bit of careful handling, the future of both plant and animal origin. Nutraceutical holds existing opportunities in the medical field. There is an increasing amount of scientific proof to support the beneficial effects of several other nutraceuticals at the molecular level. Preclinical and clinical studies published in reputed journals across the world frequently aid to the growing body of scientific evidence in the field. Furthermore, in vitro and cellular assays confirm the direct effect of several nutraceuticals on human gene expression. An interesting case is alpha lipoic, valued as an antioxidant nutraceutical, particularly in diabetes care and in neurological problems, which was recently shown to modulate redox gene expression in animal models. The 21st century is often referred to as the century of biotechnology. Using biotechnological tools, the physicians of the future would be better able to offer personalized approaches to preventive medicine. Advances in nutrigenomics would facilitate individualized diets customized to a person's DNA profile to maximize health and well-being. Nutraceuticals supplied through sophisticated oral or transdermal delivery systems would provide well-targeted health benefits with optimal bioavailability. With the evolution of smart nutraceuticals and innovative physicians, a desk reference would contain information on individual genetic profile to be matched with specific nutritional interventions. As well, this would be a huge improvement over current nutritional recommendations, which being too generalized are reported to benefit only 60% of the population. As research efforts across the world continue to unravel the links between diet and health, the role of nutraceuticals in health and disease becomes increasingly significant. Medicine and food have a common origin, says an old Chinese proverb. Equipped with a wealth of nutraceuticals and an amazing array of genomic evidence, modern medical science is all set to trace the footprints of ancient wisdom. Simultaneously, greater access to knowledge databases on preventive approaches to health and wellness, the desire to look and feel good, higher disposable incomes, and a media focus on fitness have all played significant roles in the increased popularity of complementary therapies with the younger generation. The buzzwords in this context are dietary supplements, nutraceuticals, and functional foods, serving the address the convenience nutritional needs of a mobile population. Module 5, that is consumers' views on nutraceuticals. In the last decades, consumers' demands in the field of food production have changed considerably. Consumers more and more believe that foods contribute directly to their health. Consumers are increasingly interested in the health benefits of food and have begun to look beyond the basic nutritional benefits of food to the disease prevention and health enhancing compounds contained in many foods. Consumers are deeply concerned about how their health care is managed, administered, and priced. They are frustrated with the expensive, high-tech disease treatment and management approach predominant in modern medicine. As the consumer is seeking complementary or alternative beneficial products, and the red tape of managed care makes nutraceuticals particularly appealing. Obtaining adequate nutrients from various foods plays an essential role in maintaining normal function of the human body. With recent advances in medical and nutrition sciences, natural products and health promoting foods have received extensive attention from both health professionals and the public. New concepts have appeared with this trend, such as nutraceuticals, nutritional therapy, phytonutrients, and phytotherapy. Industrialization has caused high levels of atmospheric pollution. Vast resources of water, soil, and food are contaminated owing to the extensive use of various chemicals and harmful products, which is leading to be potentially harmful to human beings. The raised demands for health care have considerably increased the cost of medical care. Therefore, people have tried to achieve a better quality of life by eating more vegetables, fruits, and other plant food, taking dietary supplements or nutraceuticals. We believe that development of nutraceuticals and functional foods with characteristic genetic and ecotype traits has the potential to deliver unique products to the world at large. Development of better characterized and research prone products will help increase consumer confidence in nutraceuticals and functional food products in the rest of the world. As we enter the third millennium with increased life expectancy and greater media coverage of health care issues, consumers are understandably more interested in the potential benefits of nutritional support for disease control or prevention. A recent survey in the UK, Germany, and France concluded that diet is rated more highly by consumers than exercise or hereditary factors for achieving good health. At the same time, advances in food or ingredient technologies coupled with a better understanding of specific nutrients properties have stimulated an explosion of innovative nutrition products by food manufacturers. Now summary. Above discussed modules will provide the information about new technologies in development of nutraceuticals and functional foods, chemoprevention and nutraceuticals, nutraceuticals and the future of medical science, and consumers' views on nutraceuticals. We also discussed various new technologies in development of nutraceuticals and functional foods and uses of several nutraceuticals in different types of cancer. This is time for you for self-study. We will meet again with another interesting episode in coming days. For more deep study, you all may refer the references given in this session. You may also visit to our website cec.nic.in for more interesting facts, lectures, quizzes, frequently asked questions and many more. Till then, goodbye and keep studying.